Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Finally, last time we had some technical issues. Let's welcome everybody back to the chat. Yeah, I get it. So, what'd you think about the market meltdown, right? This teaser. Every, like we discussed in the past, right? Prior videos. The one where I said, have your buy order set. This is where I'm kind of giving you hints, right? Without being direct. Have them set. Now's not the time. Home Depot missed today. That was kind of like a punch in the gut to a lot of market participants. It just reaffirms the housing problem and the consumer spend problem. And for you new folks here, we've got a lot of people that follow stocks and crypto. So I'm going to cover stocks first, go into crypto, and then talk about some little things, and then we'll do the giveaway toward the end of the video. Everybody should have a pretty decent shot at it. If you don't hit, don't get mad. I'm going to try to do a live video like twice a week. Or not twice a week, twice a month. I'm sorry. So in March, there'll be 2 other giveaways. And then when we hit 250 subscribers, I'll give away $250. At 500, I want to give away $500. And then 1,000, I'm going to do a $1,000 giveaway. I hope you guys take Bitcoin, because I think long term, that is going to pay itself off, and you'll thank me when it happens. All right, back to stocks. So, I covered that we were heading down. All the signs pointed to it. The VIX looked like it was going to run. The DXY looked like it was going to run. A lot of these individual stocks I've been looking at had that kind of topping out pattern. And I think we were in a corrective wave, and it kind of retail overbought. If you look here, in the month of January, retail traders bought $1.5 billion in stocks. In a bull market, that's great. In a bear market rally, that's horrible, because guess who panic sells when things start getting tipsy? Retail. So Wall Street knows this. Wall Street has their cash on the sideline and buying treasuries, right? Paying 5% on a 1-year T-bill. Like, it's crazy. That's what Wall Street's doing. Wall Street can trade and say, okay, retail's up here. They've dumped $1.5 billion. We're going to rug them. We're not going to rug them hard. We're going to let them down, get them to commit again, buy the dip. Let it go back up, yank it back down, right? And this is a good tidbit of advice. When the bottom's in, most people won't have any money left to buy the bottom. It's the people that hold on to their cash, buy strategically, are the ones that rack it up in the next bull market. The people that racked it up in the last bull run, I'm talking like a couple of years ago, were the people that bought on the bottoms of the COVID back in 2018. Those are the people that benefited from the rally the most, right? Same thing with crypto, right? People that's been stacking coins when everybody was laughing at them, shooting spitwads at them, are the ones that are rolling big right now. Or at least I hope they are. I don't. If not, I don't know what the hell they were smoking. And here's another disturbing. And I want to say this is to my stock people. Every portfolio, in my humble opinion, needs some exposure to Bitcoin. I'm not telling you to go ape into a low cap altcoin. I'm telling you, you need some exposure to Bitcoin long term. Some people have gold, some people have silver. I've got a silver position and I have a Bitcoin position. I don't have a gold position. Probably should, but I just prefer Bitcoin because I can actually house it on my wallet. Little crypto news before we jump in the charts. Binance, this is another thing that is scary. Binance takes over 98% of all Bitcoin spot trading. That is freaking nuts to have one exchange control that much of the spot trading. I'm telling you, it's not good. You need diversity. And look at this. This is, oh, come on. No thanks. Look at this. Look at all the other exchanges. Like it's nothing. And that whole Bitcoin rally that we talked about before it happened. Yes. If you were a subscriber, you weren't shorting the bottom. No, sir. You was getting fuel for the rocket ship. But just look at that. It's troubling. So be careful if you have exposure to this stuff. Just be careful. We're close to the bottom, in my humble opinion, on stocks and crypto. We'll look at it. However, when you look at the Fed is not going to intervene in the stock market. The Fed is going to let the stock markets do its job. It's pulling liquidity out of the system, right? It's just like if somebody was drowning and you're pounding on their chest, they spit up the water and you let them drown again and you keep on spitting out, right? And then after they learn their lesson, you drain the bathtub water. The Fed is going to let Wall Street and everything else take people's money out of the system, right? And then finally the markets will just go, phoom. You'll see a quick drop because people won't have any more money to buy the dip with. And then that's when Wall Street and institutions will start aping in. And they'll do it consistently. And then you'll see like a quick V shape up. We'll take a look at it. All right. So this is the S&P. See, this is what I'm looking for. So we're going to come back down tomorrow. We're here right now. So tomorrow I'm expecting a bounce. The VIX has a gap. I'm expecting that gap to be filled. It will also allow this to move up a little bit before we go to that A, B, C. And I think we put in a new low. I think we revisit the pre-COVID lows or pre-COVID highs. But this is the type of bottom that you want to see. You want to see an inverse head and shoulders for the bottom of anything. I don't care what it is, right? Or a like a M pattern, right? That's just kind of flatline down, right? Those are the two patterns that you want to look for. A W pattern like this that comes back up and then forms like a little head and shoulders or a double top pattern. That's when it forms that and you see that first type of resistance, that's when you want to start taking profits. Because when this thing consolidates up here, that's distribution. That's the fat cats that bought down here dropping on you. That's what's happening. Let's look at NASDAQ. Same thing. This is what This is what I'm talking about. You're going to see this move. It's going to be violent, right? People are going to be peeing their pants. But if you're a subscriber to the channel, you've got your buy order set. You know what's coming. When it happens, guess what? You're going to be buying down there with the institutions. You're not going to be sitting here telling your wife's boyfriend that you blew the money. No, sir, not here. Dow Jones. I don't know if Dow Jones puts in a new low. It could hold. But this is kind of what I think will end up happening. You'll see it'll be a slow bleed. And every little pump, everybody will be like, that's the bottom, that's the bottom, that's the bottom, and then eventually they'll say, heck with it, I'm out. This is a scam, it's rigged, blah, blah, blah. And that's when Wall Street says, runs it back up. And then on this decline, they'll say, oh, it's just another bear rally. Nope. Then they create FOMO again. All right. It's patience. The hardest thing to develop. And you don't look, guys. I don't trade, but I'm not a day trader at all. But what I do is when these opportunities present themselves, I load up, and when we get up here, I'm one of the guys distributing my bags. I mean, I do have some old coins from back in the day that I bought, that I have moon bags on, and I haven't unloaded them. I won't disclose them, but I'm a fool for not taking profit on a lot of them, but I'm in so good they'd almost have to go damn near zero to rebuy them. VIX, here's that little gap right there that I'm talking about, like coming back down and filling that. But when you do that, you'll create that little inverse head and shoulders. Volatility is a coming, my friends. Volatility is inbound. And look at it. You're going to run up. You're going to run up all the way under here, and you'll probably make that like that little W pattern. You'll probably come back up here. And when that up here, this is accumulation, right? When you see these type of moves up here, in the VIX, that's when the big boys are buying. Down here, look out below, right? This is the big boys. This is where they dump. Up here's where they buy. And it's super easy to understand. I mean, you can literally look at the VIX and look at the DXY. You want to peek in on the markets, but you can tell a lot about what everything's going to do just by checking out those three things. Let's look at Coinbase. They hit. And on our last Coinbase video, what did I say? The interest they're earning from the stable coins is going to be a big boost. Guess what? Big boost. Now, here's the problem with Coinbase right now. Now, I'm ultra bullish on Coinbase. I plan on adding it at a reasonable level for a long hold. However, if the government bans or labels USDC Circle a security, if full freak mode, right? Because then USDC has to be pulled from Coinbase. That means all the trading pairs in USDC gets delisted, which means it's dollar for coin. And, well, it would still, the redemption, there would be a run. And the problem with their backing is they have T-bills, which they're next day. So if there's a run on the bank, you're not going to get that money that instant. Like if they run out of their capital reserves, then their T-bills will have to be cashed for the following day. Now, I do think that they will, they'll honor redemptions, unless they just want to go out of business. I think they'll find a path forward, but it will present an opportunity to acquire some Coinbase at cheaper prices, in my humble opinion. Meta is still coming down, man. You got a big old gap right here to fill. You got that bear. Yeah, I think it's coming down. There's no way it's going to run all the way back up here with what's getting ready to happen. No way. You might come down here and retest this. Be the best case if this holds, but we'll see. Tesla thought about doing this for stock of the week. And I'm not shooting on Tesla. I like Tesla. I do. I think they make a fine automobile. But you got a stock that's trading 50 times earnings. Everybody's saying robots and self-driving and solar and all this stuff, right? Well, okay, that's great. How much of it are they selling right now? Are there cars officially full self-driving, taxi cabs, all that stuff, right? No, they're not. Are they selling solar? A little bit. What about Optimus Prime? I don't know. It could be a dude in jogger pants for all I know. But they are selling a fine automobile, right? And I think they're overvalued right now. So it's retesting a neckline. I think this is a head and shoulders pattern. It's come back up here and retested the neckline where you've got anxious sellers, right? And what did we learn in prior videos? When you see a lot of movement like this, more than likely those people are trapped, right? And they are willing to take a loss to get out of their position. So right now, I think that's what's happening. People are selling. The sell wall is too great. So I think eventually we either come back down. The bullish thing is we come back down and retest 100 and it holds. Bad news is if this plays out, let's just be cautiously optimistic here. If this plays out, let's just say $70, $79, 69 to 79. Wouldn't it be funny if Tesla bottomed at 69 and BTC topped at 69? All right. Amazon, we're coming back down to 81 bucks. We're going to see if that'll hold. I don't think it will. I think ultimately we come down here to this $50 area. It's got good support here. And I just think that's where we're going. And oddly enough, there's a gap right here. Man, I'm sorry. It's just, I'm not trying to be, I'm presenting opportunities for you. I have positions. Yes, it's painful to watch, but I don't look at it like that. I look at it as opportunities. I've positioned cash and I'm preparing for the opportunity. So yes, it hurts short term, but long term it's going to feel pretty good. Google, it's coming back down and doing exactly what we thought. Broke this line right here. I think the next visit we see $79 and I'll be buying. I think Google, Microsoft, Palantir, I really prefer the Google and Microsoft. But if you don't, I think those are really good long-term plays. They have first mover advantage to the AI stuff and streaming and all that stuff. They've got the infrastructure for where the market's going. They've just got to perfect it. Let's look at Michael Burry. He loaded up on some John Deere, Big Short. Well, yeah, what do we say? Now, this is bullish long term, but you got looks like an M pattern forming here. You got a W with some consolidation right here. You filled the gap here. I was short that gap fill. And then I think we come down here to 326. We'll probably pop back up. We'll see if this Cheeto holds here. I think we ultimately end back down about 170, 200 bucks. Because you got to understand, man, the economy, this contrarian stuff, just, it's so stupid. How are normal people that are in debt, 1.5, almost 1.6 trillion dollars in car debt, $1 trillion in credit card debt. Rent is astronomical in this country. Food cost is astronomical. How are those people going to invest in the markets to drive it up? Because that's what you're going to need to push these markets to new highs. You're going to need the same setup as we had in 2020. Americans had tons in their savings account and they were getting helicoptered money. And they were forced to sit at home. Right? That's what gave us the perfect conditions. Will we have that again? Doubtful. Will we go to a Great Depression? No, I don't think so. I think the Fed will step in, either pause or stabilize the markets. They won't turn on the money printer, but they'll stabilize it. So we're going to have some kind of form of stagnation. Wages have to go up, which the Fed doesn't want, but they're going to have to, because the manufacturers aren't going to lower their prices on their goods. So if home values don't crash, car prices don't crash, new car prices, new home prices, all this stuff stays flat to a little bit lower, that means the income has got to come up, and then they're going to have to pay down that car debt over a period of time, credit card debt and all that stuff, over a period of time before they can repurchase again, right? They've got to build ammo. The same thing the Fed's doing right now. They're raising rates to put more ammo in their gun, right? That's what needs to happen. So don't fight it. Use it as a chance to accumulate, right? You're going to have a very long period of time to accumulate positions that's going to make yourself very wealthy, very wealthy. Some people will lose faith and move on, but the smart people will be buying here and just dollar cost average for the next couple of years. You'll thank me. Let's look at Microsoft. It's doing the same thing. This is what I think is going to happen. 187 on Microsoft. Apple. Yeah, it's coming down. It's just going to take patience, time and patience. All right. I got a few silver bugs on the channel. I'm telling you, it broke below this support. Let's see if we can get a move up. If not, we're probably going to come back down here, retest this low. If it holds, we might move back up, retest that, form like a bearish pattern. So let's pay attention to it. All right. Stonks are covered. Jump into crypto, and then I'll do a giveaway. I don't know. It's pretty late. All right, Bitcoin. So it shot a little higher than what I originally thought, but it's not uncommon when you print, 20% of the money supply in the last year and a half, 2 years. Moves will be exaggerated because people still have mountains of cash they're sitting on. That's got to disappear. So this is kind of what I think will happen. I think we'll have, we'll probably come back down here to around 18.5, get another little bounce up to about 20,000. This will show as resistance, right? People will be panicking, and they're going to sell here, and it's going to drive the prices down, right? I think we'll see 13.9 somewhere around there before we get a bump. So here's two scenarios with Bitcoin. The 13.9 is the bottom. and we come back down and we retest this and form like a little inverse head and shoulders, and we bust out of it like the traditional markets. Or we come up and we find resistance again at 20,000, and we come back down and we hold 13.9s and whatever, and we just keep moving down like this before we break down and let's say 8 grand, right? And I know what you're thinking, dude, Bitcoin's 24 grand. And look, I get it. I have Bitcoin. It hurts. It hurts. But it's a beautiful opportunity. Beautiful. Because I do believe in it long term. And you can say, well, how did you get this? How do you get this? I'm looking back at history, right? So I measured these moves when we were here. I actually thought we were here, but I think we're here in the process. The moves mimic the same path. This one's probably a little bit more exaggerated, but if you go up here, come on now. Dude, trading view has been glitching out. About 45-50%. Ugh. I bet it don't work. About 45%, 46% rally. So what I've done is I've measured the moves off of 2018, and I'm studying it to see if it kind of forms the same pattern. Time will tell. I'm not saying this is the 100% truth or whatever, but it could present opportunities. So don't dismiss it. Let's just look and see how it plays out. We're probably going to get a little bit of a bounce tomorrow, get everybody overconfident, and then move lower. ETH is kind of doing that W pattern. It's coming down, forming that, coming up, consolidate. I think it's people that's dumping on retail. And so I don't think we go to 222. I think I've moved it up to like 400, 500 bucks or something like that. BNB, I think, this is my projection. I think it's going to 50 bucks, 40 bucks. You say, why? Why? FUD. No, it's not FUD, folks. Look, I don't ever talk about this stuff on Twitter or anything like that. This is just, if you look at this, right, this is a head and shoulders, all right here of the neckline, right there. If it comes down and breaks this is saying that there's a potential that something's going to happen. Right? We don't know what it is yet. There's plenty of stuff that could go wrong. And that would correlate with a lot of the stuff that we're talking about here. Let's see here. Has anybody got anything you want me to talk about? Also, so long term, this is my long-term projection, and this is what I think will end up happening, right? Let me swing out here. No, let's go weekly. So I think eventually we'll come back up, and this is not like date specific, but I think we'll come back up here, right? Sometime in 2025. Could be a little bit higher, but this area 37-40 grand will be the top in 2025 for Bitcoin. I think altcoins and stuff like that will go bonkers. but I think Bitcoin will top out around 45,000, come back down. I think 2027, 2029 is when Bitcoin really lights it up. Really lights it up. And oddly enough, the real yield products like GMX, GNS, the real yield spot trading, DeFi, DEX, that is going to be your next failure in the future. The same thing that's happening now will happen later. It's just human emotions, human greed. You'll see GMX and stuff like that run up, tons of leverage, GNS, tons of leverage and all that stuff. The market will, any negative coins on that platform will go bonkers, and then it'll collapse and people will lose all of it. All right, let's start it. What do you think? Man, are you the only one on? Zane? All right. Well, let's get it here. What do you think? All right, so I want to draw two names, $50 a piece. Yavana, gosh dang it, man, get me your Bitcoin address. I want to hold it for you, but when you get back to Mexico, shoot me your address, all right? Throw Beefy a bone. All right. Let's go. And if you get mad, I mean, you got pretty good odds. Geez, there's 4 people on here. I'm giving away two $50 $50 in Bitcoin. In March, I'm probably going to do another one, maybe 2. And then when we hit 250, I'm going to give away $250. I don't ask for a dime of your money. I'm not selling you some garbage courses or some paid group crap. I'm not selling you nothing. Right? I'm trying to help you. So tune in, and if you don't get drawn, cool beans, tune in the next time, right? Your odds only increase because the next time those people that win don't get included. All right, let's hit it. Alan Evans. All right, we're going to remove him. 3 pools. And this is randomly generated. This is not me. All right. Zane, I'm pulling for you, man. I really am. The next time, odds are in your favor. So let's roll it. Good luck, man. All right. You know what, Zane? Hang tight, buddy. There you go, man. I feel bad for you. Let's draw it. You won. Alright, so I give away $150 tonight. All right. So, 3 winners tonight. Winners, please leave your Bitcoin receive address in the comment sections below. I want to jump off stream. When I get off there, I am going to shoot your money. So, once you receive, please comment below and say, thanks, Mr. Beefy. Yes, you won $50, my friend. Zane, post your Bitcoin address in the comment section of the video. I'm getting ready to wrap this thing up. Everyone, to the next one, Beefy out.